This commenter says that if you put the entire transcript of the debate between Candace Owens and Andrew Wilson into ChatGPT, or probably any other AI, that it would say the exact opposite of what I've been saying. And what I've been saying is that Andrew Wilson won. Okay, bet. The debate can be found at singjupost.com, and its full transcript is listed there, so I took the link from that website and put it into my ChatGPT. Now, to be clear, I pay for my ChatGPT, and I program it to be extra analytical because I'm a geopolitical analyst, but I also will delve into commentary of very popular subjects like this. And so I asked it, can you read the transcript from this link? And it responded, yes, I can access and read the full transcript, not just the excerpt or the summary. The page contains roughly 2,300 lines and covers the debate from opening statements through the substantive exchanges and closing statements. I then asked it a very basic question: who won the debate? And its response says, Andrew Wilson won the debate decisively. Judging the debate by the preposition the two actually agreed to defend, I'd score it roughly 80-20 Wilson. It then goes on to explain why it scored it that way and even gave some deference to Candace's position. To add insult to injury, I asked it what its thoughts were on their closing statements, and it basically stated that the closing statements actually made their outcome even clearer because effectively both were answering two different questions. It then went on to explain its analysis, and there are pages and pages that it was writing, and so I basically went to the part where it said at the end, so I'd score the closing even more heavily towards Wilson than the debate overall, probably 90-10 Wilson. Now, I will move out of the way for those that think they will read this part where it says, I think she did demonstrate that there are questions worth examining, because this other paragraph says, but that's precisely Wilson's point. Evidence that a case contains unanswered questions is not evidence that the defendant was framed. Now, to pile on the insults, I went ahead and checked with Grok as well. I pasted the same comment with the same link, and it said, yes, it can read these pages. The full transcript of the debate is very long, and it goes into it, and then it breaks down how the debate is structured, what the positions of each person was, and then it, of course, says you can ask other questions. And so hopefully you can read the top of the screen. It says, I want to know based off your analysis who you think won the debate. And it said that Andrew Wilson had the stronger case on the central question that was actually debated. Their propositions were roughly, and it goes through Wilson's, it goes through Owens, and then it says why Wilson edges it. And in fact, Grok gave a little bit more room to Candace than Wilson, but ultimately still states that Wilson won the debate. And so there you have it. Even artificial intelligence thinks that Wilson won, because anybody that has an IQ higher than an 8-year-old knows that Wilson won. And that's the type of people that we are dealing with. Now, if those of you that are still thinking that Candace won or are still on the Candy cultist train want to at least have some semblance of morality and dignity, you should probably ask her what she plans to do with that $300,000 that Wilson gave her. Because at the time of the recording of this TikTok, she hasn't said what she's doing with it, hasn't made any announcement about it, but she should probably donate it to Charlie's children. Don't you think?